Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Beautiful Star Podcast YouTube channel. And yes, I'm Antoinette. And tonight's topic is he said that he will change, but he's still acting the same. Should you leave or should you stay? Right? That's basically today's topic for this live. And first off, if this is your first time listening to Beautiful Star Podcast YouTube channel, please subscribe. Like this audio video, right? Even though I'm live, it's still audio, right? So definitely like it and share it so that this YouTube channel can definitely grow. So let me get into tonight's topic, right? So when you're in a relationship, right, there's going to be times when um it's going to be, every relationship is not perfect, right? There's going to be times when you guys disagree and things of that nature, right? But when you're in a relationship with someone who is constantly making error, making mistakes, right? Let's say for instance, if you with someone and he's always mismanaging the money, right? You giving him money and you think he's paying the rent, you think he's paying the bills, right? But he's doing other things with that money. And now you are in a situation where you're in debt or where you face an eviction, right? Or it could be other things. If you with a guy who constantly cheats, right? And he's always saying that he's sorry about it, right? But then you always finding out that he's cheating. But he says he's going to change, right? It could be anything, in terms of the way, certain things in a relationship are able to be worked out, but then some things are not fixable, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship with a man who constantly cheats, who constantly is verbally abusive, who is constantly abusive, someone that you can't communicate with on all levels, right? And this person saying, oh, well, I'm going to change. I'm not going to do this anymore, but they always do it. Then that means that that is who that person is. And it's really up to you at this point to say, well, is this something that you're willing to accept, right? Because at this point in your life, when people like that famous quote, right? When people show you who they are, believe them, right? And that's where you have to start to look at it, right? You have to start looking at observing like your partner and shit, and the shit that he says that he's going to change, but then looking at his actions, right? You could listen to what your partner is saying, right? But then basically look at the actions, right? Because it doesn't make sense to me in my mind, right? For you to go to couples therapy if this person is just going to keep doing the same things, then in all reality, you're wasting your time. That's all that is. You're just wasting your time with someone that's never going to be who you want them to be, right? Because at the end of the day, if being faithful and being committed in a relationship is something that you value, right? If you, before you get into the relationship with the person, right, and you set boundaries and you say to yourself, well, I expect you to be, faithful, and if this person cheats, right, then that means that he's going against everything that you said you wanted within a relationship. right? And I understand we're not perfect beings. People are, you know, people make mistakes, right? But damn, can you make like 10 mistakes with 10 different women, right? Like when you start to really put it together, right? Put the pieces together to this puzzle or whatever, right? And you say to yourself, okay, oh, he cheated, he's not perfect. I'm going to take him back, right? But then if he keeps doing it, then that's something a little bit deeper there. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you really sign up to be in a polygamous type of relationship? That's what you got to ask yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if a person say that they're not going to do a certain thing anymore and they keep doing it, then baby girl, this is who he is. And if you want to be with a cheater, then there it is. But if if you say to yourself like, listen, this is it for me. I'm not down for this no more. I'm done. Then move on, because things are not going to get better. They really not. They're not going to get better. And especially if you're not even no longer looking for this shit, right? Because I know there's a lot of women out there who, they start to feel like their intuition and shit telling them like, yo, this dude is cheating and all this stuff, right? Their intuition start to kick in and shit. And so they immediately, when they do the sleeping and shit, they grab the phone and they going through it and shit, right? But what happens when you're not even looking for the shit? When you're not even going through a guy's phone? You're not even, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of like consumed with what you got going on. Because at the end of the day, like, you could be in a relationship, but you could have things going for yourself. Like, you could be working, going to school, if you own a business, you'll be focusing on your business. If you have children, you're focusing on your children and the things the home life stuff, right? Because we all know as mothers, when when we leave the workplace and we come home, there's still shit we got to do. We got to clean, we got to cook, if you have smaller kids, you got to help them with their homework, right? And you have, game night and different things, whatever it is that you're doing, right? Cleaning, going food shopping. If you at that age, like I'm 38, right? If you have an older parent, you reaching out, making sure your mom is good, or your father's good, or the elderly person in your family is good, right? We got all this stuff that's going on, right? But what happens when you're not looking for the shit and it comes to you? Like, out of the blue, a chick will call your phone and put you on game. Like, oh yeah, I've been messing with him, da da da. Or somebody knock on your door, or you being approached by a woman on the street, or what I'm saying, you open up your laptop and you seeing information that you wasn't even looking for, right? And now it's like coming to you. When that shit is starting to happen, the truth is being revealed to you about who this person is. And my question to you is, why stay if whatever it is in that relationship that you want to happen is not happening? Like, whatever it is, right? Like, why are you wasting your time with this man if he's not giving you what you need, or if he's breaking his promise or commitment promise, or whatever the fuck? I don't know. You guys could be married, or could just be in a serious relationship, but at the end of the day, it's like you either are going to leave or you're going to stay. And my question is, why are you staying if he's not giving you what you need, if he's not being faithful? It don't even, see, a lot of people always talk in terms of the faithful aspect of the relationship, right? But there's other shit that could, you know, have you running away from a relationship. There's other things that you could leave a relationship for that is definitely, you know, the best idea to do. Like, it's the best thing to do. Like, in terms of, it don't have to even just be, oh, just the faithful aspect. It could be like, this motherfucker don't know how to manage money. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, yo, this dude have a gambling problem. If you with somebody and you in a relationship and they have a horrible gambling problem, and they taking all the money and they going to motherfucking to the casino and spending all their money at the casino thinking they're gonna win, and then you think that this person is paying all the bills and doing what he has to do, and he just done fucking went through your damn savings or y'all savings that y'all have together. You know what I'm saying? Or it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why be in a relationship with somebody that is like have destructive behavior that is going to ultimately, you know what I'm saying, leave you in a hole? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of it, and that's just like if you dealing with a man, you know, who has a drug problem. You know, he has a fucking chronic drug problem where he's spending all the money on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Where he's fucking robbing and stealing to take care of his habits, right? You know, you think about even abusers. Like, you in a relationship with somebody who's abusive. Like, he's putting you fucking down. You know what I'm saying? You'll have I seen situations where, you know, women will stay with the man just to say that they have a man, but this man is fucking very abusive, calling them all kind of names, making them feel down, you know, and it's like, you don't have to stay in an environment like that. You know, you could choose to leave, because at the end of the day, like, yes, right, you know, people want to help people, you know, and when people have destructive behaviors and shit like that, I get it, right? I've been in so many fucking situations with this relationship shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, you know, the best thing in life is really learning and having wisdom and knowing that, you know, you could walk away from anything that's going on in your life, and you will survive. You will make it. You will definitely get through it, right? Because I know a lot of, you know, women don't want to fucking be alone. A lot of people don't want to be alone, and it's like, you getting older and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then, but fuck all that. You know, being with someone who's abusive, who's a liar, who's manipulative, who's a cheater, that will eventually play on your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Play on your mind, play on your physical body, your health. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from observation. I'm talking from a woman who experienced some shit. I'm talking, for me, you know, I work with countless of, you know, women, you know, who's been in these kind of situations, but like, it plays on your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you constantly being told that you ain't shit, you ain't gonna amount to shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, calling you out your names, like calling you derogatory language, comparing you to other women, or just calling you stupid and dumb. That shit will impact you, right? Some people, laugh it off or be like, oh yeah, that's how he talk or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, if that's something that you constantly hearing on a daily basis, then at the end of the day, that's something that's going to overall impact how you feel about yourself, right? And if you over here trying to save some dude that don't give a fuck about life, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, focusing so much on the good times, like a lot of times people don't understand, like when you are in a relationship with somebody and the times that you had with that person, that shit was good, and you remember that shit, sometimes that thought could overpower the fucked up ass shit that's actually going on in the present time. You know what I'm saying? And it could really fuck with your decision, because you're like, yo, I know this ain't, I remember when we used to hang out, we used to have good times. I remember when he was so sweet to me. I remember when he used to, do X, Y, and Z. He was always a man that paid all the bills on time, or he was always a man that did X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? He was always a man that really cared and respect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, those kind of thoughts and shit will make you feel like, will make you not even pay attention to what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, just be in the present moment and see what the fuck, like, wake up out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the memories of how things were can, blind you to what the fuck is going on right now. And it's like, nah, you gotta open your eyes and be like, oh, okay, this is the current status of the relationship. This is what's going on, right? That's why it's important for us women to always like check in with ourselves to see what's going on, because at the end of the day, right, these relationships that we create with other people are choices. We choose the shit. We choose the people that we want to be with. And I think when you've been with a person for like 10, 15, 20 years, you start to feel like that shit is no longer a choice. Like, oh yeah, we are one. We a unit. We one. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you have to like unattach yourself from the situation. Let me drink something, because when you like talking and shit, your voice get all parched or whatever. But yeah, like, you gotta understand, right, that sometimes things don't work. They just don't work, and it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. And especially like, we go through different transitions in our life. You know what I'm saying? The way I was in my 20s, in my early 20s, is not the same woman that I am heading to 40. Heading to 40 is a whole different person, right? But as we get older, you gotta allow yourself to grow. You gotta allow yourself to learn, to, to accept the wisdom, like to just, not to get stuck, not to get stuck. And sometimes we could be stuck in, like, stuck in time with a fucking person that's just not good for us. That's just not beneficial for our growth. And it's okay to walk away from a marriage that is not working, that is destructive. You know what I'm saying? Like, some truths hurt. Like, yo, I remember a long time ago, somebody used to be like, oh, the truth hurts. And it's like that. Sometimes the truth hurts. It hurts, but you know what? Like all pain we're fucking with time, you'll heal it. As the time goes on, as time goes on, it'll get easier and easier with this shit. But I want you ladies to always understand that you always have the opportunity to create something new for yourself and to make other decisions and choices. You know, you don't have to be in any relationship that is bringing you down. You don't have to fall for the okie doke, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a dude finessing it. And when I say finessing it, saying like, oh, feeding you all this. Oh, well, baby, I'm sorry. I'm going to change. Like, you don't have to worry about that. Things are going to be different. You don't got to fall for that okie doke. You know what I'm saying? I know it may make you feel good for the moment, but that moment is not going to be a moment that lasts. It's not going to be a lasting moment, because he going to just do the same shit straight up and down. Like when you look at people patterns and the things that they do, right? It's just like being with a fucking serial cheater or whatever. Like, okay, you caught him cheating. He gonna give you roses or whatever, And some motherfuckers don't even do that shit. Some dudes you catch cheating or whatever, they gonna beat your ass for catching them cheating. I don't know what these dudes is on. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times that's happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they still, say some ooh ah shit and think that, and you think that everything is good. Like, oh yeah, he said he gonna change, or he said he gonna buy me a house, he gonna do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he's still fucking with shorty. You know what I'm saying? He still got a fucking whole website, what is it called? A whole page. I know it's not a page. It's called a whole profile. That's the word I'm looking for. Meanwhile, he got a whole profile on a dating app. Like, please. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing time. Stop doing biz with these dudes. Stop wasting your time. Shit, you would have been better off, you know what I'm saying, in home journaling. You would have been better off cleaning your house. You would have been better off going for a fucking walk. It's okay. Like, I know people don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? People, especially during this time, you know what I'm saying? But, hell, a lot of people wasn't quarantining with psychopaths. Like, fuck all that. Okay? For the end of 2021, going into 2022, 2023, yeah, we're going to keep going on to the next year. Let's put it like that. Going on to the next years in your life, right? You can have whatever you want, right? In terms of God, I'm saying, yeah, you can have whatever you want, right? I mean, you could create something new for your life. You don't have to be in a relationship that's going to weigh down on you, where it's going to, you sitting there thinking about this dude when you should be focusing on what's going on that you need to do. I've seen situations where women have been fucking like distraught and crazy over a dude, and their house looked crazy. Like, I'm talking about nasty. A whole bunch of dishes in the sinks, roaches every fucking where, garbage on the floor. The floors haven't been fucking mopped in motherfucking years. The walls is black. The motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? The the mattress on the fucking bed frame is motherfucking black. There's dust all over the house. When you go in there, that shit stink. And you're focused on a fucking man that don't give a fuck about you, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's other things to do. It's other things to do and to direct your mind in a different, you know what I'm saying, place. That's all I'm saying. There's other things to do, like, yes, if you've been with somebody for motherfucking 15, 20 years, alright, yeah, you're gonna feel something, yeah, whatever, but you'll get over it. We could always reprogram our mind. We could always do that shit. You feel me? You know? But it's just that right now, being stuck on some dude, you know, who is constantly saying that he's going to change, but homeboy is still acting the same, still doing the same shit. You know, I seen a lot of, you know, we in the age where, you know, you could put cameras everywhere in your house and people won't even motherfucking know. That's why I haven't really been in no Airbnb. You feel me? Because of this shit, you know, I go to the hotels, motels, or whatever, like when I'm on vacation. I haven't really did that whole Airbnb thing yet, but the reason why I haven't been doing that shit is because I just feel like, you know, you going into somebody's house, so they can have fucking cameras every motherfucking where in they shit. And if you get in the motherfucking, you know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just the way I see shit, you know, because people have cameras every motherfucking where. And some motherfuckers is on Pornhub or these fucking porn sites and shit, don't even know about it because they, whatever. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But, like, people put cameras and shit in their house to catch their spouse cheating, and then they catch their spouse cheating, and they still with them. It's just like what you just watching your spouse bring women to the house, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I just don't, at this point, like staying in a situation where a motherfucker just don't give a fuck about you, or, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you didn't sign up to be in a polygamous relationship with a person, and like a polygamous relationship is typically a man who has a lot of women or wives or whatever, right? And you want to be in a monogamous relationship where it's just you and that person, you know, it's just, you know, a one-on-one relationship. Oh no, I probably said it wrong, monogamous. Maybe I did it a little wrong, but if I got the terms right, I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope I got the terms right, but basically, if you're in a committed relationship, right, then you expecting this person not to be in be with other be with other women, you know. So it's like, that's what you expect. But when they break that shit, it's like, what are you gonna do? Just still be with them? That's what we doing right now? You feel me? Like, nah. It can't be like that. You gotta stick with your words, right? You gotta stick with your words, right? You gotta be you gotta be about it. Like, in my empowerment group that I run, it's like we are women that's about our word, about what it is that we want in our lives, and definitely moving forward and not, going backwards, right? If you ain't signed up to be in no motherfucking polygamous relationship, okay, and you want to be, in a monogamous relationship, then that's what it is. So if this person cheats on you, right, and you say to yourself, okay, well, people ain't perfect. We all fucking make mistakes. Or, I was kind of not attending to this man. I wasn't there for him. Or whatever. I wasn't fucking a dude. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucking him and for like a month or so. So I get it why he cheated or whatever. And take him back or whatever. And your relationship gets stronger, right? Or better. But then what happens when it don't? What happens when it be good for a little while, but then he go back to his old ways? Then what are you going to do? And you find out that he's cheating again. Are you going to go against what it is that you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Like, that's what you face with. But leaving a situation is your best bet, sweetie. Yes, you should leave. Yes. And work on yourself. Work on loving yourself, learning yourself, because we are always growing and changing and evolving. Practice, self-care. Learn something about yourself, figure out what it is that you want presently in your life now, and set goals and work towards it, because things are not going to get better if you stay in a situation that you are having second thoughts about. That your intuition is hitting you up like, girl, why the freak is you here? Okay, like, why are you here? That's just like, with a dude who actually steps out and have a whole damn baby, with somebody else. And a lot of women, they'll stay and they'll work on it or whatever. But then what happens when baby number 2 comes? Or the next, like, these are things, right? Like, you gotta ask yourself, because it's like even with abusive relationships, right? Like, okay, he hit me or whatever, and he said he's not going to hit me again. And then, he didn't hit me again. But then years later, he hit you again. It's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at it like that, but start to work on yourself. Start to really figure out what it is that you want, because it is your world, and you could choose who the fuck is gonna be in it. Okay, but let me do this plug-in real fast for you guys. If this is your first time listening to Beautiful Start Podcast, Beautiful Start Podcast YouTube channel, please subscribe. And every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a live mindset for manifestation. Learn how to tap into the power of your mind to get what you want. That live course, you could definitely sign up for that group. And every I have a monthly group that I that's only for women, because I don't even know why dudes is hitting me up. This is a monthly empowerment group. It's called Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life Monthly Empowerment Group. It's for women, exclusively only for women, right? So if you're interested in being in the group, definitely, click the link in the description box. Everything is in there about information on the monthly group, and also the live course. And yes, I do coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions. So if you're interested in that, send an email in regards to that, and you will be sent the information on how to have a coaching session. But everything's in the description box. But I thank you so much for listening to this live every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am live for the most part. Yes, that's when I'm live. However, if I'm having technical difficulties, which happens on YouTube, I will be live at a different time, or, but just subscribe, because I'm definitely going to start uploading other videos and stuff. And you could definitely check out Motivational and Beautiful After Abuse at Beautiful Start Podcast. The link is on this YouTube page, so definitely check that out. Motivational is like inspiration for the week, because for the week we gotta work on ourselves. You feel me? But anyway, I thank you so much for listening.